We are gonna do a get ready with me today. When I was moving, I came across this Norvina palette. It's the Pro Pigment palette volume 6, and this shade to me was just so perfect. It's like periwinkle, and that's one of my favorite colors. So, and I've wanted to recreate the makeup that I'm wearing in my profile picture for ages. This kind of halo smoky eye with a pop of color in the center and the brow bone. So I'm gonna swap out the icy blue for the periwinkle. And finally scratch the itch because that look is amazing. I love that look so much. So it's time for her to have her moment again. I'm gonna start with NARS Creamy Concealer as my primer. My base for the shadows, because this will allow the shadows to pop to their full potential. And I'm just blending that out with a MAC 217S brush, which is a nice fluffy brush. It's not too sparse, it's not too dense. So I have control, but it blends easily. Remember, the more sparse your brush is, the more it will blend. The more dense it is, the more it will give you pigment and coverage. I'm gonna add a bit more of the concealer to the brow bone because it's like the feature of the look. So I want to make sure that this is really gonna pop. And then whatever's left, just take it on the rest of the lid. I've played around with the lighting again, made a few tweaks, so just let me know what you think, if I should change anything else. Although I have been asking people that because I really need opinions, because I find it really hard to see if light is good or bad when I'm filming. I obviously can see it when I watch someone else's video if the lighting is bad, but I don't know, when I'm doing it myself I just can't tell. But one thing I've realized is that everyone's opinion of what a good light is very different. So there's a lot of opinions. This is a lot of opinions. Obviously it's like an aesthetic thing. So in the original look I did brown and blue, but I'm actually going to do grey and periwinkle for this because I feel like it just will work better for the color palette and my color palette. So I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Smoky palette and take this shade of grey in Mountain, which is the lightest shade of grey in the palette. And just put that on the outer crease and the inner corner. I'm just using the same brush because it works well for both placements of the inner and outer corner, because it just really gets in, because it goes like tapers around. It means you can get into the corners. And I'm going to wing it out a wee bit as well. Everything blends so nicely under the NARS concealer. So that's shape and structure. Now I'm gonna go to a fluffier brush, because I'm gonna go to a clean brush and take the periwinkle. Although it looks purple now, but that's fine. Dust it through the brow bone. Oh, that's so nice. I'm just pressing it onto the brow bone. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. And then put some in the middle between the two greys. Just keep blending on the brow bone. Now that our color is on, we need a darker grey. So I'm gonna go to Stormy, which is darker, because we want to be able to really let the feature color shine. And if the colors around it are darker, then it's more likely to pop. Now I want to take some white eyeshadow and make the color a bit milkier. So I'm gonna take white eyeshadow and make this a bit more milky so it pops even more. So good. Really love it. And then I'm just blending the inner corner as well, just so that everything is like really cohesive. I'm going back to the brush with the grey on it. I'm adding more, but there's nothing new on the brush. It's just whatever was there before, just so I don't lose any of the depth from any other blending that I've done, like that I just did with the white one. This is a clean brush. I'm just gonna scoop that up so the shape stays intact. This is so nice. The white really just makes it pop. God, it looks so good. All right, my god, I just sharpened this eyeliner. Look how incredible it looks. Black eyeliner, waterline. This is one of my favorite eyeliners because the staying power is just really unmatched. I'm taking a small blending brush to blend out that eyeliner, and we want it to be nice and smoky. As I've gotten older, I realize I really like my wing to come from the bottom and not the top. I think it's just more flattering for my eye shape as it changes, like that. And then I'm going on the top, tiny bit, and then blending those and connecting them together. I'm actually not going to take it the whole way across, just like halfway, because I don't want to cover up all of the yellow eye. I am topping up the color because again, I just don't want to lose it. Let's quickly do the brows. Just gonna do it the way I always do it, with the Spectrum brush and a grey eyeshadow. All right, let's do, this looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm actually gonna set everything with translucent powder. This is such a game changer. Really and truly does just lock absolutely everything in. Then some RABANNE mascara. Big fan of this mascara now. At the bottoms. I have a few wee splatters of mascara that I will take off at the end. I'm gonna go no pimple patch today because I just feel like it. I'm gonna do a wee bit of my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Oslo. I've obviously already prepped my skin. That's the most important part and a non-negotiable. No foundation will look good if you don't prep your skin. I'm gonna use the NARS Creamy Concealer on my little friend, who's absolutely massive, not little at all. Just very raised and red. And then I'm using this really nice Hourglass brush, which is a full coverage mini foundation brush, to get into all the nooks and crannies where the big brush can't get. Around the nose and on specific areas where I have more redness, like my hyperpigmentation, like that. For my blush, now, oh my god, I finally, hold on, let me clean it. I finally got it. This is Saint Germain by MAC. Unreal. I'm blending that out with the same brush that I used to blend out the foundation, because they'll mix together and make a nice milky melted blend of a bit of blush and foundation. So overall it's just a bit softer. Blend that, taking it away from my nose because it's red enough around there. Then I'm going to use the ISAMAYA contour in the shade Oak. I rediscovered this the other day again in the move, and forgot how much I love it, but compared to my Judy Doll contour, it's so warm. That's basically a bronzer for me. On other people though, it's very cool toned, I've noticed. And then I'm gonna go back to this tiny brush, do a line and just carve out where I don't want that to be. Gorgeous. Now I'm gonna set everything with the Huda Beauty press powder. Then where I need it to be extra powdery, take a smaller brush, put it there just to take down the texture, and just to take down the texture as much as possible. Like I said, it is really raised, so putting powder there will help to de-swell it a bit. I just noticed I didn't really conceal there. And this powder is so easy to build on top of, so you can just do it like I am, like that. And then back to the powder. There. I'm gonna add some of this blush, which is Bubbles Please by MAC, and a very beautiful bubblegum pink. I'm just so predictable. I've wanted this blush for ages. I'm gonna set my Saint Germain with it. Gorgeous. I used this recently as a lip color, but I'm gonna use it as a lip liner today. This is Tailor Made, one of the new MAC SCULPT things. Is it dark enough? It's fine for my bottom lip, but I think it's too light for my dark lip. So I also have Stone, which is darker. So I'm going to use Stone. Obviously a bit more faff than a lip liner, but it is long wear, whereas a lip liner generally isn't. It's really nice when you blend it in just before it dries. Got like a 2016 ombre kind of vibe. I'm gonna add a wee bit of lip balm. This is like the RHODE LEMONTINI one. I really like it. I got it, I think it came out like a year ago. My lips, I never really get dry lips, but yesterday they were so dry that I just put this on like a few times, and then in a few hours my lips were completely not dry anymore. So maybe RHODE stuff is good. But the shade has like a wee bit of sparkle in it, which is quite cute. And then just on top of that, I'm going to press some of the Saint Germain, because come on. Gorgeous. Oh my god, gorgeous. Just where I have those few wee bits of mascara, I'm just taking a brush and buffing it away. Underneath as well. And it just disappears when you do that. I don't think my hair's set yet, but I'm gonna take it out anyway. That is our finished look for today. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. And it really scratched that itch that I've been having. I just can't stop staring at the brow bone. It just looks so milky and creamy. And swapping the brown for the grey was just such a perfect choice for the pop of colour. It just works so perfectly together.